biggest news for Formula E this week is that the Swiss Council of States have lifted almost an almost 60-year ban on motorsport. Well, it's not completely for motorsport, specifically just for electric cars, kind of opening the floodgates for Formula E to go to Switzerland.
In other news, Toyota Prius sales in Switzerland up 1,000%. We have the Harrison Dray TV Toyota Prius Racing Series. I'm down for that. But yeah, Switzerland. Thanks, props to Switzerland for finally coming out of the dark ages.
Yeah, it seemed like almost a month ago where we had Simona Di Silvestro drive a Formula E car through the streets of Geneva.
Motorsport Bay.
I'll admit that too. I'll admit that too.
I will fight you for her honor. To the death, King. To the death.
And it was just...
You can have Carmen Jorda.
I don't want Carmen Jorda. Well,
nice.
Let's move away from that landmine back to Formula E. That little demo run was like this big PR event because Tag Heuer was opening a new boutique in Geneva, and then that Alessandro Agag was like, I want to race in Switzerland, and that they submitted this motion to lift the ban on motor racing in Switzerland since 1955, since the Le Mans disaster, and that this could have been a thing. It was at the same point where another motion, probably like in 2007, never got passed. It got past the lower house, never got past the upper house, and at that point in time, this motion was in the same position, and apparently the Council of States are like, okay, we'll let this pass.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. That they finally let it through after all these years of fighting and whatnot. I mean, Switzerland keeping a ban on motorsport since '55 because of one big disaster for over 60 years was a little bit ridiculous in that regard. But I always kind of thought that they were going to try and push for a race in Switzerland because I was lucky enough to be invited to the global launch party for Formula E in London last year, and Alejandro Agag was talking, and he made a big deal about having a watch partner for Formula E, and he's always liked the association of Formula One and high class watch brands like Tag Heuer and Richard Mille, which I know Felipe Massa is a sponsor for. So he's always had a big deal about the watches. So I always had a feeling he was going to push for a race in Switzerland because of Tag Heuer and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean it seems like a place where Formula One wishes they could race, but they can't.
Yeah, I wonder if F1 fans would moan about, we're getting rid of all the European venues. Oh, we're going to Switzerland.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, but it's new. Bring back Imola, etc.
And it seems like Formula E is making the E in their name stand for Europe, with hopefully a race in Paris. Alongside now, it hasn't been confirmed it's Geneva. Alessandro Agag said he's looking at other cities in Switzerland, which there are probably 3 other major cities in Switzerland he could race besides Geneva.
Let's go to Bern.
Let's go to Bern or Lucerne or Zurich.
Yeah, we got plenty of options.
And the Swiss E-Prix alongside, they're going to Monaco. They're not racing the full Grand Prix circuit, they're racing a shorter version, but it's still Monaco.
So I imagine, is all the rich people going to come out for a Formula E race around there? Like, are we going to see Naomi Campbell on the grid walk by any chance? Or
hey, no? Leonardo DiCaprio's going to be there. He owns a team.
Yes, Leonardo. Somebody should ask him. Yeah, how did the Wolf of Wall Street get any Oscars?
Oh my god!
Just to see what his reaction would be.
But it seems like Formula E is definitely looking at Europe, and they're expanding in Europe. Because surprisingly, this first season, the races so far have been very Americas heavy.
Yeah, I'm totally okay with more European races. Suck it, King. But essentially, let's tick another box where F1 doesn't. More Europe.
More Europe. More racing.
More Europe, everybody.
So, besides that, London, recently they announced the Battersea Park doubleheader isn't isn't going to have seats. It's all going to be terraces, but that doesn't seem to deter anyone from going.
I still want to go. I will happily stand alongside Michaela Cerruti in the fans section as well. If it comes down to that, like, I will take one for the team on this occasion. Like, I'm not complaining. It's a service I provide on this show.
And, I mean, Alexander Agag has said that he didn't want the calendar to expand too fast. He said he just wanted to add 2 races every season. It doesn't seem like that now.
No, like, listen, it's a street circuit. They could go just about anywhere they wanted, realistically. So, you know, a slow build isn't a bad thing, really.
I mean, they're not even charging a sanctioning fee. It's like whoever wants to host a race gets one.
That's cool. Formula E, stop being so awesome. I'm finding it very hard to hate anything about this series. It's really annoying.